Hello everyone! It's been a little while since I recorded a video and uploaded one. I am so sorry for the wait. We're gonna play a little bit of Overwatch because I want my loot boxes. But yeah, I'm so sorry. It's been a little while since I last recorded something. If I sound a little tired, I just woke up. I just woke up, so I'm sorry. I guess we have things to talk about because I haven't been on here in a minute. Yeah, I guess we have things to talk about because it's been a little while since I recorded something. But I mentioned that I recently got a job. About that, I may have quit. It's only been like 2 weeks, but you gotta hear me out. Once you hear me out, it's gonna make sense to you. I've applied for some jobs. Some of them didn't get back to me because, I don't know, that's just the way that they are. They don't want to get back to me. Oh, Mercy's End, that's not gonna work. Not with a Rhine. I'm gonna go on it. But I applied to some jobs. I finally got one. I don't know, somehow I passed the interviews. And it was for a restaurant, and I applied as a dishwasher. And they were like, we don't think you'd be a good fit for a dishwasher because it has a high turnover rate. They're like, maybe you'd be better as a busser. I'm like, okay, that sounds simple enough. Like, I'm just gonna clean tables and stuff, right? So I applied to that. And I started my training. They're like, we think you'd be better as a busser because they're like, do you like talking to people? I'm like, no. They're like, okay, well, you can have limited interaction with people. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So that was a lie. That was a lie. I was still had a lot of interaction with people. Anyway, hired me as a busser at this place. And I realized there was a lot more they wanted me to do than just clean tables. But yeah, they started training me. They kind of went through things like really fast. They went through things really fast the first day, and then by the next day they were having this kind of like a mock work day. And then they did that for the next couple of days, except one of the days I wasn't there because I was so nervous. I was so nervous. TMI, by the way, but I was so nervous that I would have thrown up if I had food in my stomach, but I was so nervous I couldn't eat. But I was like, I'm gonna be like dry heaving if I go into work, and I don't want to do that, so I missed a day of training. And they warned me, like, I'll take your word for it, but you better not do this during peak times of the year. I was like, I'm literally, if I had food in my stomach, I would have thrown it up. Do you want me to go to work? I'm not freaking lying. I just didn't tell them that I was so... The reason is because I was so anxious. I didn't tell them that. That wasn't a good start though, me being that anxious. I missed a day of training, and thank God I was not scheduled for opening day. But wanted me to do a lot more than just like clean tables. It was bussing tables, but sometimes there were only 2 bussers for the whole restaurant. Sometimes 3, but even 3 is like not enough. They wanted you to clean off the tables, and they were telling you guys, we need to hurry it up, this is not gonna work, you need to go faster. Oh, by the way, you had like a radio and a microphone, and so they'd constantly be in your ear telling you, these tables are getting up and leaving, you have to clean these, you need a buster over here, we need a buster over here, and I'm just like, be quiet. Be quiet, shut up. I don't know what's happening. Oh. Well, yeah, she had full spawn. But they wanted you to clean the tables, but they also wanted you in charge of setting up and keeping the side station stocked. So that means keeping ice over there, making sure the drinks are made. Remember, there's only 2 busters. So if one of us is making the drinks, there's only one other person that's cleaning the tables. And sometimes it's like 5+ tables have left. So there's just one person out there cleaning, and they're like, guys, we need to hurry up, these people are waiting. It's like, well, there's only one of me out here because the other person has to restock the ice and make the drinks. Yeah, so they want you to bust the tables, and they want you to keep the side stations restocked at the same time. And you're also responsible for making sure the restaurant's clean, like cleaning the floors and making sure the bathrooms are clean. And the bus carts would get full really fast, so we'd have to go back into the kitchen to unload the bus carts, because after a couple tables are already full. But then if one of us is in the kitchen, or both of us are in the kitchen, there's nobody to bus the tables, because we have to clean out the bus cart, because there's no room to put any more dishes. And then by the time we're unloading the dishes, they're like, guys, we need you out here so you can clean the tables. And then we start cleaning the tables, and they're like, guys, we need you over here by the side stations. We're running out of ice, we're running out of drinks. You need to stay on top of it. And I'm like, How am I physically supposed to keep up with this? And by the way, I guess this is just how the restaurant business works, but we didn't get a single break. The entire time I worked there, which was not long, but I did not get a single break. Not even a 5-minute break. There was one day where it was kind of slow, so I was able to chill out, but that was like one day. I don't know if that's when it officially opened. It might have just been during training, I don't remember. But I did not get a single break. And the last straw was the other day when I went in. They had 3 bussers for a little while, but not the majority of the time. They had 2 bussers during a dinner rush. I worked from 4 to 11:30 without even 5 minutes to get a drink or get food. 7 to 7.5 hours on my feet, constantly running around, not a single chance to get something to eat. Like, you feel like you don't even have time to get water, because then they're in the earpiece telling you, guys, you need to make sure the side stations are stocked. And then if you run out of the drinks, you're the one responsible that has to go in the kitchen and replace the soda thingy. 7.5 hours, no food, barely anything to drink. I felt like I was gonna pass out a couple times. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is insane. There's no way. And I'm like 5'1" and I'm really tiny. I'm like, I cannot physically keep up with this. It's impossible. And I was dreading going to work. I'm like, I can't do this. I like cried before the last time I went to work. And I was looking at what other people were saying, because apparently there's a subreddit for this place. And like over 90% of people that talked about this place are like, leave. Quit. Get out of here. It's one of the worst restaurants to work at. I don't want to say what it was just for privacy reasons, but it's one of the worst restaurants to work at. And I was like, well, I don't want to quit already because this is just gonna be embarrassing. And they trained me for like nothing, but I'm like, I can't keep up with this. Like, I physically can't do it. And I'm like losing weight because I can't even eat dinner now, you know? And I'm like tiny, I don't need to lose weight. I was like, you know what? I went on the subreddit, I saw how people quit, I saw a letter somebody wrote, the template that they used, I basically used the exact same one, changed a little bit of it, got my paper printed out because we don't have a printer over here. Went to the restaurant yesterday, no, day before, on my day off, handed the letter to the hostess, I said, can you please give this to the manager? She started opening the letter, I was like, oh jeez, I gotta run, I gotta bolt. It was my resignation letter. It was so short, but it was to the point. I said, can you hand this to the manager? And I left. And I don't want the other busters to suffer because of me, but it's like, I can't work in a place like this. Like, this isn't me being lazy, because I was really good at my job. Like, they saw how hard I was working. And some of the trainers, one of the trainers was really, really nice. He's like, you're doing like a phenomenal job. And he's like, when you go home, just rest and don't think about this place. So I was doing my job really well. I was not being lazy. I just couldn't, like, keep up. I couldn't. It was way too much. Even for 3 people, it wasn't enough. You need more people in a restaurant that just opened. And I drove one girl home because she was still in high school and she left when I did, because we were both bussers, at almost midnight. And she didn't have a ride home. You know, she has to walk home. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with her walking home this late, so I drove her home. So even keeping these like high school students until that late, I was like, that's crazy. That's insane, man. There's no way. It's like, I don't want to work in a place like this. I don't even get 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes to get food. That's literally like slave labor. Like, I'm not a machine. I'm a human being. If you don't at least feed me a little bit, you know, I'm not gonna have energy and I could pass out. Like, jeez. So yeah, I quit. I was like, I can't do this. I can't physically keep up. There's just no way. One of the reasons we stayed so late was because the dishwashers were backed up. I was like, I can't do this every night. I can't go home at almost 12 in the morning every single night. I can't do that. That's crazy. So I quit. And now I'm like, what do I do? You know, I complained about retail before because I worked a retail job for like 3 days. They did not really train me. And my anxiety was much worse back then. But now I'm like, retail doesn't sound that difficult, but I want to be really careful with what job I get because I don't want to have a repeat of this. Yeah, there's a lot more in my job description than I thought. Good news though, it's just something chat, I'm just gonna call you chat. Chat is probably, oh, I wasn't paying attention to the timer. Something chat probably wasn't expecting and I wasn't expecting. I mentioned something really bad happened at the start of the year. Something really bad happened at the start of the year with someone that I was interested in, and it went in like the most, it ended in the most soap opera way you can think of. That was really difficult for me, but something surprising happened, and guys, Cat is bothered. Is a girlfriend for the first time. Yeah! I'm a girlfriend for the first time. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And it's not like a long distance thing, really. He's actually, things seem to be lining up and he may actually move pretty close to me. Like in the same area that I go to church at. Because I have to travel a little bit for that, but it's not really that far away. And yeah, we met like this weekend and he took me out on a date. I'm not gonna go into like too much detail, but he said he's like fine with me talking about him. And also so weird it was leave me alone in my chat. Some people really want to hit on a VTuber and I don't know why, but they just want to. But yeah, we met this weekend. He took me out to eat. I could barely eat because I was nervous. Not like a bad nervous, I was just nervous. But he took me out to eat, and then the next day he went to church with me. He went with me, and then we went to the bookstore. He took me to the guys. I had the bookstore date. I had the fanfic bookstore date. And then we went to go eat. And then we went to the park, which was really nice. There were so many people there. I'm so surprised. That many people wanted to touch grass chat. We went to the park, and that was really nice actually. Just going to the park and sitting there and relaxing. I almost fell asleep. And I don't take naps, but I almost fell asleep. But yeah, that happened. And you know, being very optimistic about it, you know, and he was laughing with me about the fact that he's like, you finally found somebody that's like not like a weirdo. And he said, I'm not a weirdo. He said, you're pretty normal. Like, I've dealt with weird people and you're not like that. I'm like, maybe I'm cringe. We have accepted that I'm cringe, but I'm not like unhinged, you know. Cringe is acceptable. But he's been around for a while. I've known him for a little while. Been in my streams a couple times lately. Yeah, he's... If you guys watch my Final Fantasy XIV video, yeah, that's him. I think that's kind of like the first time we really started talking. What can I say? I was wooed by the fat cat minion I was gifted and the 500,000 gil. How can you say no to that? And I got carried in the dungeon because I don't know how Final Fantasy XIV dungeons work. I was struggling to keep everybody healed, but I did it. Guys, you really can meet the love of your life on Final Fantasy XIV. Those are like my major life updates so far. But yeah, I am not working right now, and I kind of don't know what I'm gonna do. I was thinking of maybe trying to improve some of my skills. Like, you know, some people make like layouts for streamers and VTubers and stuff. Maybe I could do that and sell some of those, or get better at making V-Roid models or something. Just in the meantime. Of course I'll keep up with my VTubing, but I still have a little bit of money before I get my next payout. I do not get a payout every month or anything like that, so I'm just gonna figure out what I'm gonna do, I guess. Maybe get better at my skills while I have the time. Get back into my streaming, because I actually miss streaming for you guys. You know, I mentioned how I get nervous a lot before I stream, and now I'm like, you know what? After dealing with that restaurant job, nothing is that difficult. I can stream no problem. This is not an issue. Yeah, when I said I get really nervous when I stream, I don't have to worry about that now. I can do it, no problem. It's not a big deal anymore. I've dealt with worse. Oh, also, I made a community goal on Twitch that if you guys raised enough points, I would play Baldur's Gate, and I made it 10k. I was like, maybe that's too high. In the first stream, chat raised like 4k. The next stream, it was like 2k. No, first stream, I think they raised 2k. Next stream, they raised like 8k. So I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate soon. I need to see how much money I have in my bank account before I buy it. But I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate. I can't believe it. That's crazy. I didn't think chat like had that many points. Like 8k in one stream. Y'all really want me to play Baldur's Gate. I don't know why. It's kind of funny. I appreciate the dedication. Like, I can respect it. But yeah, that's mainly my life update so far. So you'll probably see my boyfriend in streams if he wants to join. Maybe in my videos. He watches VTubers too. He likes Made Mint, just like based. Made Mint is really cool. But I'm his Oshi. I'm his favorite. I'm his favorite. Then it's Made Mint. Guys, I'm somebody's favorite VTuber. I've made it. Yeah, we've actually been playing a lot of Rivals. My PC can barely run it. Like I said I was gonna upgrade my computer, but I don't have my job now, so that's gonna have to wait. When I upgrade it, I am going to play Rivals because I'm having fun. I'm actually doing pretty good. And I'm actually doing pretty good on like DPS. I'm doing pretty good DPS, and my boyfriend's laughing at me because I'm like, I don't play DPS, and then I got a game where I had like 30-something kills. He's like, yeah, you don't play DPS. And I got MVP like 3 times yesterday that we played. I do need to like replay CK3 because I got the new like Byzantine expansion, which is like, oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. I was playing with my boyfriend. We were playing it and it's so cool. It's just like, I just want to gush about it. I just kind of don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay. That's just regular CK3 for me. You know, I've mentioned in my CK3 videos, I'm becoming Orthodox, and you know, the Byzantine Empire is like a very big part of Orthodoxy, so there's like a lot of cool stuff. Oh, I know what this is. Like the little icons, you can get like a little pocket icon, and I'm like, I know what that is. I have those in my room, and I just geek out a little bit. And the clothes, like the Emperor and the Empress, gorgeous. Gorgeous, stunning, amazing. Just, it looks cool. There's so much stuff. I'm like, I don't know how any of this works, but there's so much. I love the skin, by the way. I did not get all the skins because I really don't want to spend that much money. And I don't like them as much as the first Seraphim skins that came out, so I just got the Mercy one. I like the Iari one too, but they don't do a lot for me, to be honest. Next month, though, or in May, depending when this gets done, I will do my karaoke stream because I'm waiting for my outfit to get started on that I commissioned. But yeah, I'm planning to do a little outfit debut and then I'll do a little karaoke with it. It may not be like very long, the karaoke, because I'm really shy, guys. I really am, especially when it comes to singing in front of people. So it may be a little short, but I promised it and I'm gonna make it happen. I promise. But yeah, I'm waiting for my outfit to get made and then we can do a little outfit debut with a little bit of karaoke and it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I hope you all will enjoy it too. But my outfit should be started on next month. So that's fun. I'm looking forward to it. And they're even gonna do like the little vines on like the arms and stuff. Oh, it's so cool. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I was able to switch to this character. She has just been a character that I've had in my head, and I didn't know what to do with her, and finally I get to do something cool with her, use her in my VTubing, and everybody else gets to see she's like my baby. Everybody else gets to see her, and it makes me very excited. I've gotten some art made for her along with the emotes, and it's just, it's all coming together, and it's just great. I'm having a great time, guys. If I remember, I will link my VGen, because VGen has character profiles now. So I've just been putting all the art that I've had made in there. So it's like a gallery. So if you ever want to like see the art that I've gotten made for her, like illustrations and emotes, you can just go on there and check. And it has all the artists listed with credits. Ow. And if I ever get like a new design, I'll make another character profile for the new one. That's really cool. You can add like their personality and stuff, but I haven't really gone too deep into that, but I do have like a whole thing typed out of her lore if you're interested. I'll spend some time on that too. Are you serious? Wow. That was targeted. Anyways, I'm sorry it's been a little while since I posted something and you guys may be like, it's not that big of a deal, Cat, it's fine. But it bothers me. It bothers me, okay? Hopefully I can get back into the swing of things and make more content for you. This Cassidy, man! But yeah, I've got some time to record and stream again, so that's fun. You know, one day maybe I'll start making like some more money as a content creator, which would be cool. But for right now, just do it for fun. And that's completely okay. Because I miss making stuff for you guys. But it feels good to be back. And I hope you guys are excited. And I'll try to... Oh wait, hold on. Let's open a loot box. Oh, Symmetra! Wait. Ew. Symmetra. I'll take it. I'll take it. But I hope you guys are excited and glad to be back. And I hope you all will have a good rest of your day, and I will see you very soon. Bye!